Welcome to Fashion Reverie Talks. I am Cicily Daniels.
I am Tiana Ibrahimovic.
Fashion Reverie takes you from the front lines of fashion to the front row.
All of Fashion Reverie Talk segments are based on published content found on fashionreverie.com.
So remember, if you want more information on the segments, go to fashionreverie.com.
In this episode of season 3, we have fashionreveries.com editor-in-chief William Gooch to talk about holiday gifts for the man in your life and some festive holiday cocktails.
We start every episode with fashion news. All of our news segments are based on the fashion news alerts found on fashionreverie.com. Okay, let's jump into the current events in fashion. We're going to start with my story on Timberland's second collaboration with Jimmy Choo. Now, there was already one successful collaboration in 2020, and both brands are ready to do it again. This time where they're bringing together Timberland's iconic original yellow boot, and it has been revamped by Choo's creative director, Sandra Choi, and New York City's Chanel Campbell into a more glammed out fashion look. And I think it's really exciting. Chanel is bringing her very authentic New York vibe, trying to really bring in the heartbeat of the city, and says that, combining the two DNA is creating this beautiful and iconic piece. And the boots are cute. I will say that for sure. This cool, but the boots that I've seen anyway. So the collaboration will have 7 men's and women's styles, 2 pairs of boots in a neon pink velvet with transparent soles, and a lot of other really fun looks. The collection became available on November 30th at Jimmy Choo and Timberland stores and some other retailers. What do you think, Tiana?
Pink velvet.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I never quite understood Timberlanding. But I'm open from
if I was gonna wear a boot, if I was gonna wear a pair of Timberlands, I feel like they finally have the ones that I, Cicily, could wear. So
I know. I mean, so far, if you say pink velvet, I can imagine a little pump or something like that. But Timberlands, okay, let's see. From what I see on the photo, it looks cute, manageable.
It might be fun for if you need that winter boot, but you're still trying to rock out. Cause oh my God, winter boot, the hardcore winter boots, they're usually so wintry and
sure. But there's a reason for that. So I don't know how pink velvet gonna look like after all that slush.
Stop ruining my dream of pink velvet boots that are appropriate for the snow.
I know. So let's see. I'm open though. Let's see. I wouldn't, I could experiment. So right. Because I always like a splash of color, and I like velvet. So
okay. So we're saying a maybe.
Yes, maybe. Have to see it, or maybe just, if it's in my closet, I can figure something out.
There you go.
Intent. Anyway, so actually there is another piece of news that's a little more dramatic, and unless you live under the rock and are totally out of pop culture, you would not hear about what's happening with Balenciaga. But anyway, there was a Balenciaga and Adidas collaboration, and for their 2023 spring campaign, there was backlash. Would be maybe not the right enough way to explain it, but there was an outrage with their campaign because the brand featured children holding teddy bears in bondage harnesses. And so additionally, it showcased the Balenciaga bag on top of a copies of what appeared to be documents from the Supreme Court case ruling that upheld the PROTECT Act, which increased federal protection against child pornography. A very touchy topic, very vulgar, and a campaign done in a very distasteful way. So of course, a lot of celebrities like Julia Fox, Kim Kardashian, and many others distanced themselves from the brand. And on Monday, Business of Fashion pulled their Global Voices Award from Demna, who is the Balenciaga's creative director. And of course, Demna did have a statement, published statement about, that he takes this matter very seriously, and they're taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for their Spring 23 campaign photo shoot, which is kind of ridiculous because, of course, nothing comes out without Balenciaga approving it. So they did file a lawsuit against North 6 Inc. and Set Designer over the controversial campaign. But I think since that has been pulled away, so because, of course, it doesn't make any sense. We all know it was definitely approved by Balenciaga.
Of course it was. Ooh, child. This is like an after the fact. Like everybody's like, oh, oops, it's terribly offensive and horrible, and nobody.
And it's not our fault.
Nobody in the whole team could have ever seen it. Like, y'all, please, y'all know, y'all. Okay, we are very, very sorry for all the heads that are going to roll, but people, you got to look at your work before you put it out there, honey.
And of course they did. Like, do they think the world is that naive and dumb? Like,
and I'm like, and to me, it's clearly like it was approved until there was an uproar, and then they were like, oh no, shock, horror. No, y'all, please. Anyway, I guess we'll see. It's gonna keep shaking out. That's all I can say. Ooh, the holiday season, honey.
I mean, also Balenciaga has been pushing it. Like once I saw that garbage bag that they are selling for, I don't know, I don't remember how much it costs, but it's that's offensive. Like you think that I'm that desperate about your brand that I want to wear a garbage bag with the Balenciaga tag. And I mean, that's just one example. So and let's not bring up Kanye, but or
let's not. Okay, well, in our final bit of fashion news for this week, it is about rock icon Patti Smith. So she is gracing the cover of Harper's Bazaar for its art issue, the December issue, and she's going to be talking in the article about her 50-year career as a musician, writer, artist, and cultural icon. And she turned 76 in December. So that is quite a number of years of experience and life. I think it's interesting. She says that she didn't have a secret for her longevity and her long life or a special formula. I survived because I want to live. And I was like, all right, Patti Smith, I need to survive because I want to live. I was like, so I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of interesting things to learn from her, from her life. And obviously when people have reached that kind of icon status, like there's a lot that they have brought to the table. So like, it'll be interesting to read the article, and here she's on a cover.
For sure. I'm excited. So I'm also excited about this December festive month. So I'm looking forward to speaking to our editor-in-chief, William Gooch, about holiday gifts for the men in our lives.
Yay!
All right. It's 2022 December. We're getting ready for the holidays. It's time for shopping for our nearest and dearest. And we have William Gooch, our editor-in-chief, here to discuss gifts for men. Hello, William.
Hello, Tiana. And I have to say, I was watching the Fashion News Alert, and nobody covers scandal better than you.
Oh, well, thank you.
You found a little fun to inject into it. So that's why you're here. We love how you cover scandal.
I mean, I guess you can tell I like a good scandal.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, our men's holiday gift guide is not scandalous. It's something that we put together that we look at as fashion should represent. Fashion should be now and next. So we kind of found some things that were now and next, things that are projecting into the future. So those are kind of the products we sought to put on this list. And for people who are not aware, for 2022 Black Friday, Cyber Monday, sales reached about $9.1 billion in just that 4-day weekend, which was 2.3% higher than 2021. So I think post-COVID, you can say, and you would agree with me, Tiana, I think we're back. Don't you think we're back?
Oh, I've been back for a while.
So now that we're back, let's talk about some great products for the male consumer, whether you're buying it for the man in your life or a family member, a male family member, or the guys are just buying it for themselves. We came up with some great items that would look great on any man, regardless of the age. So let's start out with Solage. Now, this is a brand that I was not familiar with until a couple of months ago. They launched in 2019. They are a Korean luxury streetwear brand. And what the creative director, Poonjawit Shalal, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. What he does is he takes streetwear, not traditional, but streetwear items that we're all familiar with, hoodies, joggers, moto jackets, baseball jackets, and he puts really interesting digital art. Some of it is his own art, and some of it is other artists on those really, really great streetwear silhouettes using really, really fine fabrics. And it becomes wearable, livable art. So unlike, as we know, Tiana, some brands that only have a hoodie with their name on it and you pay $1,200 for, you're just not getting anything but a hoodie with a label on it, a luxury label on it. This is actually beautiful printed art, what we call digital wearable art. Great pieces. I actually met one of the sales people for the brand, and they gave me some t-shirts, some great t-shirts. So, somebody my age who is solidly middle-aged could wear it, or a really, really young consumer could wear it. It's just a great item for somebody like you, Tiana, to give to the man in your life or the men in your life. And it is a little pricey, starts at $200, goes up to $2,700 for the coats and the jackets. But it's worth the price because this is something you can wear season after season. So this is not just a great item for the holidays. You can wear it the whole season.
Amazing. Great idea. So that's for top. Anything as like accessories or shoes or footwear that you recommend?
Of course. Funny you should say that. Now, 3 weeks ago, I went to a press event celebrating Harry's of London, which is now called Harry's London. They rebranded their name. They opened up a new store in New York City on 48th and Lexington. I think it's 48th Street. And let me tell you, some of the best shoes you could possibly imagine. Great shoes for the men in your life, or if you're a guy, buy it for yourself. But these are really traditional kind of shoes, sneakers, boots, loafers, but really fine quality, really quality. And some of the sneakers were great, black suede sneakers, black leather sneakers, and just some great loafers. These are staples that any man would want in his closet. Great, great, great shoes that will last a couple of seasons. And, the price point, is a little pricey. The sneakers kind of start at $700, but hey, it's worth the dollars. And it's the holiday season. Splurge, spend some money, have some good fun, have a good time. Great, great shoes. Harry's of London, 48th and Lexington. If you happen to be in New York City for the holidays, go there and get your loved one or get it for yourself some great shoes.
Cool. Shoes are always a good idea.
Yeah. And, we always need shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say it is a little bit difficult to choose the right gifts for men. I think there are so many more choices for women.
That's true.
I'm always stuck when picking gifts for men. So, other ideas?
Yes. So, this is the time of the year we go to a lot of press events and press previews. And I went to a grooming press preview last week, and it was Micro Touches Solo Titanium Groomer, which you can use to groom your beard, your mustache, your hair. You can self-groom if you're busy like me. Getting to the barber can be a little bit of a challenge because I'm just so busy. But this is a great, really affordable, only $29.99 groomer. You can self-groom, do it at home. And at that grooming event by Michelle Marie PR, I have to give their name out. Shout out to Michelle Marie. They had barbers actually at the grooming event, and we could get our hair and our beards and mustaches touched up. Unfortunately,
how was your hair? How was your hair done?
Well, I had already just had my hair cut 3 days before, so they didn't want to touch me. So I don't really know how well the product looked, but I saw guys coming in and everybody loved the product. They loved having their hair done. I had a guest come with me. He had his hair done. But when they looked at me, I don't have a lot of hair. So I guess they're like, well, it's a kind of waste of time with you. And I had just had my hair cut I think the event was on a Tuesday. I had my hair cut on a Sunday. So, I didn't get the chance to get, cleaned up by the grooming team. But it's a great product. They gave us the product, and I'm going to give it to my cousin when I go down south for the holidays. That's going to be my gift to him. So it's a great product, really affordable, great for your husband, your kid, your teenage boy, a guy to have it for himself, particularly when you're traveling. Is a great product to put in your luggage when you're traveling. Great product, and hey, you can't beat the price, $29.99.
Oh, wow. That is a great price.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, William. I will go shopping right after.
Go shopping for the man, or in your case, Tiana, the men in your life.
Joking.
Tongue in cheek. There's only one. I know. But male relatives in your life. And please go to fashionreverie.com and look at our holiday gift guide for men. We have about 8 products on there. So please, and subscribe.
So, Tiana, I am excited to talk to you about what I should be drinking this holiday season. I know that there is a wonderful article that Phoebe Howard wrote that's on fashionreverie.com about 5 festive cocktails and the holiday cheer that we're going to feel. So which of these are your favorite cocktails?
I think Phoebe had some great ideas and some great recipes that, of course, you can find on Fashion Reverie. I am a fan of all of them, but I picked 3 for you. Okay. I did want to start with the holiday spritz because Aperol Spritz is such a popular summer drink. Mm-hmm. So this one has a little bit of a twist. So you have to combine Aperol, Prosecco, 3 ounces each. And then for the festivities, you add a cranberry juice. I would say about 1 ounce and a splash of soda in a glass of ice. So to make it more festive and pretty, especially if you have guests, just add an orange wedge and an orange twist and pop in a sprig of rosemary for a finishing touch. So it looks beautiful, it tastes delicious, and your guests will appreciate your effort. And it doesn't really even take that long to make it. It's very simple. So no major preparations necessary.
Awesome. Okay, that sounds lovely. What else do you recommend?
Well, espresso martinis have made a comeback. So a lot of people are now just like into espresso martinis again. And so it is actually a perfect holiday flavor. So it is a very classy cocktail. So we wanted to add another twist to it. And there is a gingerbread espresso martini recipe on Fashion Reverie. But let me tell you how it's made. This one requires a little more preparation. You first have to make the gingerbread syrup. So in a medium saucepan, you should whisk together 3/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 cup molasses, and 2 cups of water. So once that boils until and whisking it occasionally until the sugar dissolves, add 3 whole cinnamon sticks or 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 8 whole allspice berries, 6 whole cloves, and 2 teaspoons of fresh grated ginger. You can add salt if you want. I prefer not to, but then whisk to combine it.
Okay.
So once you lower the heat, simmer for 25-30 minutes, stirring occasionally, and it should slightly thicken. So you have to, once it's done, strain it through the mash strainer. So let it cool to room temperature and then transfer to a container or a mason jar. And so once you're ready for your guests, in a cocktail shaker with ice, add 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of Irish cream as Baileys, 1 ounce of coffee liqueur, or the most popular one, Kahlua, and then add your homemade gingerbread syrup. I'd recommend 1 ounce, and espresso coffee. So shake, and pour into martini glass, and finish it with a gingerbread cookie.
Ooh, just when you were talking about that.
Great hostess you are.
I bet it smells good when you're making that gingerbread syrup. It sounds very, fragrant, like with all the spices and whatnot.
Right, it does. It's a truly like festive, perfect holiday cocktail. I mean, I think kids would be attracted to it too. So maybe you can just give them a little bit of.
But you gotta put, no, you can give it to the children. No, don't.
Syrup. It has no alcohol.
Okay, the syrup. Okay, all right.
And a cookie. So there is a third option that I suggest. It's a brulee blood orange whiskey sour. And it is also classic. Whiskey sour is a classic cocktail. It's from 1862, and it has been reinvented so many times. So this version is great for the holidays, and you incorporate blood orange, which is a citrus fruit. So that's great for the colder month. A little bit of vitamins too. So
vitamins.
Right? At least it can be your excuse for this other cocktail. So the way you make it, you, in a cocktail shaker, add 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce of blood orange fresh juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, it's water, sugar, and lemon juice, and 1 egg white. How fun is that? That makes it like foamy and delicious. That adds so much to it, and it makes it like an interesting, for people to be curious, recipe. Like what gives it that color and that texture. So the secret is egg white. So shake it without ice, then shake again with ice, and then strain it into a rock glass. And you can garnish it with brulee orange wheel, and cheer.
These all sound wonderful. I think that we are all have some great ideas for all of those holiday parties and get-togethers that people are going to be having. These are 3 of the recommendations, and there are 5 cocktails that are listed on fashionreverie.com. So, you know, tonight could be the night that you start to enjoy a festive holiday cocktail.
Yes.
Thank you, Tiana.
Of course. Well, viewers, that's it for this episode of Fashion Reverie Talks.
We would like to thank our guest, fashionreverie.com editor-in-chief, William Gooch.
And for information on these and other stories, please go to fashionreverie.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.